What's up, guys? What's going on? I'm Paul. This is Paul Theology's Daily Devotional, man. We're going through the book of John. We're in John chapter 19, verses 21 and 22, I believe. Yes, 21 and 22. And we've been going through the Passion, man. We've been seeing Jesus' suffering and his death and his sacrifice for us that we might live. And it's been some tough stuff to think about as Jesus has been beaten and bruised and he's been whipped and flogged and demanded to carry his cross. And so, we've seen him on the cross between two sinners, two people who serve their own means rather than the God of the universes. And Jesus, who followed and his life was completely adherent to his Father's will, is dying alongside them. It's insane thinking, but it's the reality of what happened, and it's for our good, and so that's a blessing. But yeah, we're on John, and if you haven't read it, go ahead and stop the tape, check it out, see what it has to say, come back, and we'll answer the 4 questions, man. If you've already read it, we're going to jump into it. What's going on in the scriptures? That's the first question you ask. What's happening? Well, the high priests are kind of mad because of the title that we talked about in the last episode of Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews. And he's like, nah, don't put that. He says he's the King of the Jews. And Pilate says, what is written is what is written. And so what's unique, I think, about this statement here is Pilate still trying to have his way, even though he's been manipulated into having Jesus die, because he knows he's an innocent man and could free him, but does not. Instead, he follows what the high priest says, but he still has to have some kind of like stand against them. And so when they demand that he change what is on the title, he's like, no, what I have written, I have written. It's like we try and do whatever we can to save face, because he's trying to appease everybody, but still wants to claim that he's in control. Right? That's the way we be. That's the way it is that we are. But I think another thing shows that that John writing this is almost saying that what Pilate has written, he's not, but he's almost kind of alluding to the fact that it is a standard of Scripture, that this is the reality of the situation. And the reason I say that is because that's what he says, what has been written, or the Scriptures say. And Pilate says, what is written is written. And he's speaking about the kingship of Jesus. And in the last episode, we talked about how it's all of the different languages, and so that everybody can know that Jesus is king. Well, John is kind of signifying that, even though this is literally what Pilate has said, he's kind of signifying that by writing this in, saying what is written, is that it is true and valid that Jesus is king. That Jesus is king. And so what does this say about God? First off, it says Jesus is king. He's the King of kings. There is no king above him. He is the one who rules all things. That is his title. That is who he is naturally, but it is also who he is by effort or reward because of what he has done. What's this say about mankind? I think this is saying that as humans, man, that and when everything is falling down on us, when everything is crushing us, that we still want to have it our way. We still want some semblance that we are in control of the situation. We're not. There's one even higher in control than we will ever be, and that is God. And Pilate has other forces moving and breaking him to do the things that maybe he doesn't want to do, maybe he doesn't have but he certainly doesn't have the courage to do. But he still wants that semblance of control by writing this as the title. And that's the way we are. We try and have some semblance of control in every situation. So what should we apply, or how should we apply these truths in understanding our aptitude and then who the Father is? Well, if God is orchestrating this entire event to save us, then he is definitely in control. And so we should place our control over to Him, because we will never be fully in control. There's bits and pieces that we might have that we can say that our hands are on it. But in the end, the true master, the one who is controlling and sovereign over all things, is God. And so we should place our lives in His hands. And so I ask you today, where are you not putting things in God's hand? Where are you at where you are not allowing God to take the wheel, as Carrie Underwood would say? Where are you not allowing God to hold on and there was this meme I saw, and it was that movie Guardians of the Galaxy, and he was like, okay, I like your plan, but it's not any good, it stinks, so let's do my plan and we know it'll work better. Where are we not allowing God to let His plan work better? That's what we need to think about today. Hey, I appreciate you guys for listening. And it's good to be back. I meant to mention some things that happened this weekend at the event, and it was great. We got to meet with a lady, and she was wonderful. Be able to give her testimony, got to talk to her and stuff. So I'll try and link a video if I have the video for that event done, and you can check it out up here. So. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.